Hi and welcome to Trojan, and I am your host Suresh with my co-host Paul. And on this episode we're doing Ask Reddit, what led to the most intense orgasm of your life? And don't forget to press the like button for the algorithm. And with that, on to the video.
Let's hear what led to the amazing orgasms. First up, the night I asked my girlfriend to marry me, she said yes. I couldn't believe how hard I was. We ducked bareback on the couch, and I came inside her in minutes. Fast for me, so powerful, so passionate. Like I can't believe the intimacy, the romance of it was kinkier than anything I'd ever felt. Then she changed her mind and left me for someone I thought was my friend. Left my life.
Jesus, that took a turn. My wife and I stayed at a hotel while we were dating. We had a long distance relationship for a long while. So obviously when we were together, the first 24 hours was dedicated to sex. The hotel stay was one of these times. We were going at it for a few hours at this point. I came 3 times already and would get hard but assured nothing else was going to come out. I was exhausted but she got in a rhythm while riding me. It was a long slow build but I came really hard. I laughed breathlessly and congratulated her for proving me wrong. I was finally and truly done, so I took my phone to Google something. I realized that I couldn't read. Sometimes my brain shuts off. I knew the words were English and I recognized the letters, but I couldn't read it. It stopped being funny after 10 seconds. It wasn't coming back. I tried and asked her if it could be a stroke. After about a minute, I could read words. The ability to read came back within 3 minutes. TLDR. I came so hard I forgot how to read.
This guy fingered me right while stimulating my clit with his thumb. It was the strongest build-up. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was having a heart attack and started from my finger and up my arm. I was going numb. Then I came. I think I screamed. It made me cry and laugh hysterically. I had a cry-laugh-gasm.
Thumb on clits are wonderful.
Former girlfriend would break into laughter after she came. I would laugh with her at the spectacle of the whole thing.
We're having sex in a sauna where it is really hot, but not so hot where I might pass out. She was seated and we were both covered in a sheen of sweat, getting the rush of the heat and the raw agony of the situation. Just as I was about to climax, she reached over and dumped the jug of cold water down my back. The climax and a shock combined into something I have never experienced again. It couldn't be recreated because it was the spontaneity and the surprise that really made it work.
When I was younger, I used to sleep with this girl regularly in the back of a car. One time, she was on top and I felt everything from my thighs all the way up to my chest start to contract and release with my heartbeat getting faster and faster until one point I was basically shaking. The weird part was no ejaculation. It lasted maybe 30 to 45 seconds and was the most intense, pleasurable moment I've ever felt in my life. Not sure what it was and how to have it happen again, but yeah, amazing. Edit. I didn't think I'd get this many replies, but I'd update for a few questions asked. Drugs or alcohol weren't involved. There was no prostate stimulation. I was in a seated position, sitting upright with her on top of me, facing me. Honestly, now that's how I feel when I get the drugs in me.
I don't think there's only one that sticks out. The most intense ones left my entire body limp and buzzing like I had inhaled laughing gas at a dentist. It would feel like water was trickling through my feet and my feet were buzzing. I never spoke after one of those. My uterus will almost get menstrual cramps afterwards during it, like it will go on forever, and all the colors get brighter. My BF doesn't understand why I don't always want an orgasm during intimacy. Sometimes it's nicer and just as pleasurable to have just intimacy and feel the endorphins afterwards. Those are like a well-proportioned meal. It fills you up and keeps you full and content afterwards, and you will feel hungry again the day after. Orgasms are like eating every single dish at every single 5-star restaurant at once. You kinda need to recover for a bit after that. Edit. Thanks for the silver award.
Holy shit! These meal things are the exact words I was looking for. Now I can finally explain to my boyfriend why sometimes I like sex better without an orgasm. Lamau. In 9th grade, I overheard my crush saying masturbating was super gross, so I didn't touch myself for like 8 months. Then after we broke up, I went straight for it. It was heavenly, and I never let another person influence my right to rub one out again.
Damn bro, that's some impressive willpower. That's nothing. I went 12 years without masturbating, then I turned 12. Back when my boyfriend and I still lived at home, I was spending the night at his house. We were in his room and things were heating up. He had me at the edge of his bed while he sat on a trunk at the end of his bed, just slowly fingering me and eating me out for what felt like hours. Everything was slowly building up and it felt like I was in ecstasy. Finally, he looked up at me and said, "I'm gonna make you come now," and fully started eating me out while fingering me. That mixed with having to stay quiet because his family was in the other room was the most intense pleasure I have ever felt. I was still orgasming when he ducked me afterwards. Laughed my ass off.
I had a one night stand with this woman. While she was on top of me, I told her that I was going to come, and she then proceeded to say, "I'm not finished," the entitled bitch. She then began riding me even harder. Even after orgasming, I was just rock hard. She rode me for a good 5 minutes more until she came and collapsed on me like I was some pillow. I literally had tingling in my lips and toes like I was gonna pass out because I never felt a continuous orgasm that would never stop.
Back when I was in grade school, I would shimmy up the bars to the top of a swing set while dangling my legs to either side until I would have an awesome feeling. I didn't realize what was happening until 15 to 25 years later, and I realized I wasn't just actively masturbating, I also was trying to teach my friends how to do it. That's super ducked up, I know, but I don't think I've had a better orgasm since. Edit, y'all are making me feel normal today. Edit 2, except a lot of repliers think that I am a girl.
Ex-girlfriend blew me, and after I came, she kept gently sucking. I had what I can only describe as multiple orgasms. I did not think I actually ejaculated anything, but the sensation was the same but more powerful each time. I had to stop her because I was about to pass out. She had done that in the past and she did it after, but that one time was the only time that happened. It was the most pleasure I ever felt. I never done drugs.
Interestingly, I saw an article on this yesterday. Men can have two different types of orgasms, a wet and dry one. The dry one is really intense and almost replicates a female orgasm. Most men don't even realize they can orgasm without ejaculating.
I have done this for years. After I finish, I keep going and be able to orgasm multiple times with less or even no ejaculation. I thought it wasn't normal, so I'm glad that's not the case. Ask the ways you will teach. I have been able to do it all my life. When I become lazy and gain weight, it disappeared. Well, I got it back. I think there are three main attributes, for me at least. Cardio strength, I don't mean become an athlete. However, the main thing that brought it back was 1.5 hours of intensive cardio a week. Upper leg strength, when I'm able to come as described, it uses a lot of leg strength and can cramp them in order inner thighs, glutes, and equal hamstrings and quads. State of mind, you have to be a bit of a degenerate for this one to truly want more. Just power through. This is the most complex and you're on your own with that one.
Bro, my ex did the same thing to me. Nothing like them continue to suck until my dick goes limp in their mouth. Perfect. And well, that was it for AskReddit. And remember, if you really like the video, subscribe and press the bell icon so you never miss another video. And with that, that's all folks.